I hope it can get us now if we can be able to reconnect that the connection with Senator Sani, who is standing by in our Abuja studio. My question again, if I may put it again, is that there are a lot of talk about the candidature of the former governor of Rivers State, Mr. Rotimi Amechi. But again, a lot of people are asking, must he be confirmed? Must he be put forward as a minister if there are issues concerning him? Well, we understand that we've not been able to reconnect with him. Just when we do, we'll obviously get back to him. But let me ask. The APC said, and this is what it said when a statement written by the leadership of the APC after the confirmation, and let me just quickly read it to you. They said that it is part of democracy that while the minority can have their say, the majority will have their way. Therefore, the decision of the PDP senators to walk out is nothing but democracy in action. Do you believe so?
I would like to give credence to that flight from reality. The fact remains that the PDP senators walked out in protest, and the protest was clear. They were not going to sit down there and be witnesses to a flouting of a rule of the House, a convention that has been established. And right there before that walkout was the report of their own committee. If that committee had to the facts and the determinations from that committee had to define the qualification or the acceptance of the Honorable Amechi, the former governor of Rivers State, if it had to have any bearing on whether the Senate confirms or rejects him, why was it necessary to step that down? Why was it necessary to overlook that and go on to the next step? It clearly goes beyond normal basic conduct that is transparent. There is a report. You've not considered the report. So what was the purpose of delaying and wasting our time, the time of this country, and say you had a committee constituted to investigate and assess the veracity of the petitions that had been placed before the Senate?
All right, your party was concerned about a lot of national issues relating with the conduct of the security agencies, issues relating with, oh, interesting. Just a moment, Senator Okon. I understand now that we have, oh, I can see him there, Senator Sani. So frustrating that the connection keeps going in and out, but then, thank goodness that we have you back now. Senator Sani, tell me, what do you make of the walkout by the PDP senators? A lot of talk about the candidature of the former governor of Rivers State. What is it about his candidature? Must he be picked as senator? I mean, minister, some people are asking here.
Well, first of all, the PDP as an opposition party, it's natural they should have their say, while those of us in the ruling party will have our way, and those of us who are the majority in the Senate. Now, the art of walking out of the Senate could be termed as symbolic of protest or objection or rejection of a position which they have seen within the Senate itself. There is nothing wrong with that. It's within the ambit of democratic norms for an opposition party to oppose, and that is a clear indication that democracy is in action. It's in action, and I believe that the same thing happened some few years back when we had a situation whereby we were in the opposition and they were the ruling party. But in that sense, walking out has its own price to pay, and that is they lost an opportunity to state their case. Because when you speak in the floor of the Senate, you are not just speaking to the Senate, you are also speaking to Nigerians and the whole world. It was an opportunity for them to showcase their point and to tell the nation and the world that this is why we said this person is morally unfit to be a minister. But if you go back to what happened from the beginning, the minority leader of the Senate, in the first place, when the Senate president gave them the opportunity to speak, he said they have collectively resolved not to say anything until the report is out. And now the report came out and it was read and then put forward before the Senate. And then they walked out. And then now we are there and a decision has to be taken. So I heard the distinguished senator saying it was all hogwash, but I believe that the party he was represent were the architects, the engineers, and the foreman of politics of hogwash. And I can say in clear terms that we did what we ought to do. Even those who rose up to speak and to say that it was all allegations. So as far as we are concerned, as far as allegations are issues that are brought before the Senate, they can hold water. And then we took a decision, and we believe that our colleagues in the PDP will be back to the Senate on Tuesday, and we'll shake hands. And that shows democracy is in action. We is one of our own as far as we are concerned. There is no doubt about it. In certain aspect of the screening, partisan issues take precedence over perhaps national or moral interest, but in clear terms.
If I may come in quickly here because of our time, Senator Sani, tell me quickly, just before we round up this conversation around the ministerial screening, a lot of the PDP senators have said that it is a mockery of President Buhari's anti-corruption fund. If there's anybody been alleged to have involved in corruption issues when in government, which of course we know that the president also had said that he wants to fight corruption. And this is what the issues that some of your colleagues in the PDP raised, that it's clearly anti what the President Buhari agenda stands for. Do you still think that your party should have gone ahead about this issue?
Can I comment?
Well, you see, one of the difficult areas in navigating political waters is that when at times, in most times, you have to be partisan. Partisan in the sense that there were allegations raised against that very nominee, but there was nowhere in the constitution or the law of the nation where allegations are raised on anybody and then it stops you from being anybody. So as far as we are concerned, in no way confirming Anietie to be a minister does in no way vitiate the issues which he has at hand. And if eventually the issues that were brought before him were proven in a competent court of law, certainly as a minister, he will have to take excuse. But we know very well that the president is very mindful of that. And as far as we are concerned, we have not been thoroughly convinced that issues are to the point that we should deny him confirmation.
All right.